Yeah, princess.
That was great.
Having someone cook for you.
I'm still a princess.
Yes.
I'm trying to get out of it though. Because I'm like, I feel bad.
I would soak it in.
No.
Hey, watch us on YouTube, listen on Spotify.
Overall, listen to our podcast and follow us on all social media.
Now let's get back to the podcast. Sincerely, Bestie.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Sincerely Bestie. I'm your host, Nancy.
And I'm Krystal.
Today we are talking about moving tips and hacks that we have, how we feel.
How we felt during the whole process.
Yeah.
No, because it takes a lot when you're moving, though.
It really does. It's tiring.
It's tiring, like physically and mentally.
Even though you may be only moving like maybe 5-10 minutes away.
Mm-hmm. When you first moved, did you have a lot of boxes?
No. Yeah. Well, so when I first moved, because I first moved out with Robert, I was living with my parents, and then we moved out to an apartment. I had all my stuff, but then because Robert barely moved down from California, so he didn't have a lot of stuff. I have a photo too,
Really?
of like my boxes and his boxes, and I had the most. I used to think I had a lot, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have a lot more now.
Oh yeah, it's worse now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I tell myself, don't buy too much until you buy a house, because then you're just it's either you're hoarding that stuff or you have to declutter and just get rid of all that stuff that you don't need.
I'm just a hoarder. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, like random stuff that I don't even use. I'm like, oh, we have to keep that just in case, you know.
It's okay. I get like that sometimes too, though.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
every time, like we have rubber bands in our drawers. For what? For why?
To put your hair up, girl.
They're like from the green onions you buy from the store. The ones that wrap around them, the rubber bands. Why we keep them? I don't know, but in case we need them.
I'm not thinking like it's those brown rubber bands.
No, it's the one from the
vegetables. You don't need those. You can probably toss those out.
Yeah, I know, and it's just like useless stuff.
Like, when am I ever gonna use that again?
And that's so annoying to me. Or like clothes is so bad too. I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna wear it. I'll just get skinny and I'll fit into it.
I used to be like that. And Robert's like, you don't wear it, just get rid of it. But I'm like, yeah, but what if I lose weight? Then I don't have to go buy clothes again.
Literally,
But no.
because I can picture myself in it, but I just have to lose the weight.
Well, this week we're gonna declutter
Oh.
Yes.
our closet.
We are decluttering.
Wow.
So,
Everything.
Krystal, make sure clothes that don't fit you, just donate them.
Yeah. Do you guys have like a plan, like a process of how do you guys like donate, throw away?
It's usually him that's like, get rid of it.
Oh.
Where I'm like, no, don't. It's still good. Or like with his clothes and households, I'm like, get rid of it.
I know.
Like
that. Now that I'm like,
I mean, there's some times where I like, there's a hole. I'm like, hey, there's a hole. He's like, no, it's still good. I'm like, no, there's a hole. No, it's fine. I will take it and rip it. Okay, I will make that hole even bigger. He can't
You
wear
like not wear it.
Yeah.
I still will.
None of it's completely torn apart.
It's still wearable.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, he's like, I'll just wear it to wash dishes.
Yeah.
That's what Chang tells me. It's my car shirt. And I'm like, you only need one to do cars. But he has like a whole drawer for cars.
Oh my gosh.
To work on cars. Yep.
Like, oh my.
So pretty much those
No.
are his old clothes.
Yeah, old clothes that either don't fit him, he can't let go. He's a hoarder, like, with clothes.
Oh man.
He'll put it on and like the shirt's barely hanging on and he's like, see, it still fits me. And I'm like, lift up your arm.
Robert's the same.
Yeah, lift up your arm.
He has a tank top.
Oh my god. His favorite tank top.
His favorite striped tank top. If y'all know, you know what tank top it is.
Oh my god, I do know. With the blue stripes on.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he has one pajama pants. Was it what? SpongeBob?
Nope. Homer.
Oh, it was Homer. A yellow.
Yellow?
Pajama pants. It was yellow. Yellow Homer pajama
With the
pants.
blue stripes. I'm just seeing it all together now.
Yeah.
So Sorry, my clothes are like.
He's like, they're still good.
My clothes are like over 8 plus.
Yeah, I will. I will pull up the pictures and be like, dude, look, you still have this. Why do you still have? It's still good. It's still wearable, and I'm like, dude, it's so old. Yeah, what? So yes, declare your clothes.
Yeah, yeah, Robert. The shirts that have holes in them, get rid of them.
Yes.
Oh, you see my work clothes.
Oh
Or my
no.
work pants.
It's horrible. Don't let me start.
Wait, so do you still have the yellow pants?
Yes.
The yellow pajama pants?
Yeah.
Nancy wears it.
Oh.
I don't wear it. It's in the closet.
It's moved on now.
It's sitting in the closet.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only time. The only time he'll wear it is if we're like, oh yeah, let's all wear pajamas.
Oh, uh-huh.
Otherwise, he doesn't touch it.
Just for memories, huh?
Yeah.
That's what Jinx says. Like, my sisters buy him shirts, and he can't throw them away. They don't fit him no more, but he's like, no, your sister bought it for me. And I'm like, it don't fit you no more. Just throw it away. But they're going to think something. I'm like, they forgot they bought it for you already. Just throw it away.
You know what you do? You cut the back, and then you said these are rags.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, people keep telling me, yeah, we use them for, like, to, like, dry our feet in the shower and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I guess that's one way to do it. One way to make it useful if it's going to stay. Shoot.
I think, like, at my parents' house, like, old clothes that don't fit anybody, they use it as, like, for, like, when they do cars.
Oh,
but then
yeah.
it's not that they wear it, it's that they use it to wipe.
Yeah, wipe the oil.
The white oils and
grease.
everything.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, why is that shirt there? Like, that's hella small. And then I find out it's because they're using it when they do stuff for the cars.
Or just cleaning their hands and stuff. I'm like, ugh.
They're like, yeah, grab me a rag. And I'm like, a rag. Just give me that shirt right there. And I'm like, that's not a rag, but okay. No.
Oh my goodness.
So how old were you when you first moved out?
I was 18 when I moved out.
Woo!
Yeah.
You were brave.
Yeah, no, because I thought college was going to be the next chapter of my life. I was going to be a grown-up. I was going to live by myself. And, like, it was going to be this cool experience and whatever. I mean, it was. It was for a couple months. But, yeah, so when I turned 18, after I graduated, I stayed, like, 2 more months, so just the summer.
Oh, okay.
And then I moved in with, because I really didn't want to stay in a dorm because I hate sharing spaces with people I don't know. And, like, Asians, we cook a little different from other people. And they have, like, a stronger smell. And I don't want, like, them to be bothered by it either. So, my friend from high school, she was like, hey, well, my grandpa's gonna be going back to Mexico, so nobody's gonna be at his house. So he offered to let me stay there, and there's like 2 other rooms. So would you like to stay with me? And I was like, yeah. And she said it was only $300.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I was like, deal, because everywhere else is gonna be a lot more than that. You know. So me and this other girl that I went to school with, we moved in with her, and it was crazy. Like, I had to find a job. I worked at Walmart.
Was this when you were in Orem?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was living in Spanish Fork, but I went to school in Orem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we lived there. It was scary because I'd have to go shopping by myself. I hated shopping by myself. Just like the last couple episodes, I was just talking about how I hated going shopping. Like, I didn't think I had, like, anxiety or issues with going shopping by myself, but I don't know what it was. But I just hated it. Like, me and my roommate thought we were going to be all cool and be like, oh, like, we'll go grocery shopping together. But then she worked, like, a different shift than I did, so we never even saw each other either. So I would have to go grocery shopping by myself, or if I needed stuff, I'd go and get stuff by myself. And yeah, no, it was scary, and it was super lonely because in my house there was always so many people there.
Yeah.
You know, because there was my grandparents, and then I had like 4 other cousins, and then my 3 siblings. There's like a house full of kids constantly every single day. So there was never a quiet moment at the house. So when I finally like moved in and everybody left, I was just like,
it's so quiet.
it's so quiet.
It's different. It was very different.
It was a different experience, and like it was lonely for a while, but you get used to it, and then you start to get comfortable with it too.
Yeah.
So, but what about you?
I moved out when I was 22, 23, around there. But then I moved out with Robert.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, like I had Robert, but like still, that was like the first time we ever lived with each other too, though.
That was a new experience.
So like it's a new experience.
Though.
Yeah.
Were you excited?
Yes. Well, I was excited about moving out.
Oh.
Because I was planning on like on getting a studio even before he decided to move down. I wanted to get a studio because I was like, I don't want to live anymore. Like I want to get out. So I was looking at studios, but then that didn't happen. Then Robert moved down, so then we ended up getting an apartment together. It was nice though. Spacious. It was very quiet because I'm used to, like how you said, a full house.
Yeah.
So not having that full house to just being me and one extra person, it's like, okay.
Very
quiet.
I bet it was really nice too, though.
It was.
You guys had your own little space, and you guys were together all the time.
So I tell him, like, see, if we get in arguments, we don't have to worry about it anymore. Like,
just let it all out.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about other people hearing us and being like, what's wrong?
That was literally me and Chang. When I was in high school, like my room was downstairs, and my parents would be upstairs, and me and Chang would just be yelling at each other through the phone. And then my dad would be like, "You good?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So that's a little embarrassing. So it's nice to have your own place and be able to scream at each other.
Yeah, but it was nice because then like we learned how to like live with each other too. Since we never lived with each other before, and it was long distance, so it's like it's completely different.
Yeah,
but it wasn't bad. It was nice because when we moved out, we moved out into a fourplex, and then we had a 1 bathroom, 2 bedrooms.
Oh, okay, that's.
So I'm
not
like,
bad.
we had that space, which was really nice. But yeah, it was scary because there were times where we struggled because Robert got laid off.
Oh, right.
I was the only one working, trying to pay what I can while he was getting whatever he did from unemployment. I'm like, what is that thing called?
I know. I kept thinking stimulus. I'm like, that's not right. That's not right.
So I mean, like, it wasn't bad, but it was nice because back then our rent was like $800.
Oh my gosh.
And then that was with water included and garbage.
Yeah, see, it wasn't bad back then.
Like $800. I think about that now, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let me go back to that.
Yeah, literally. For a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, that's a steal.
And then we were there for about almost 2 years. About 2 years.
Oh, that's a good time.
Yeah. That was nice having that space.
Yeah, because I moved to Spanish Fork. I lived there for, I think, 7-8 months. And then my mom passed away. And I moved back because I was just like, I was done with everything. And I was just too sad and depressed. So I moved back home. I stayed there for a year. And then I moved back to Spanish Fork. But my roommate was now staying at a different place. She was staying with her parents' friend's house.
Oh.
But they had like a mother-in-law basement. So, she invited me to come live with her again. So it was just me and her. It had like a kitchen, laundry, bathroom. It was nice. It was just us two. And we were there for a year. She moved out first. And then just because she had family stuff going on, so she had to leave. And she was worried because it's, her family's friend. And she was like, "You're going to be okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I won't stay here long. Like, don't worry about me. Like, you figure out what you have to figure it out, whatever." So then I think like 2-3 months later, I moved to Ogden.
Dang, girl.
Yeah, I moved a lot in like 4 or 5 years. I feel like every year I move, so it freaking sucks.
It's okay.
Yeah. I moved to Ogden, and I finally got my place, like my own place.
Yes.
And it was so nice. It was a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. It was in the basement. It was $800.
It was cute.
Yeah, my aunts, she co-signed for me. So I was able to have a place to live. And it was nice. It was quiet, and Chang lived closer too, so that was exciting. He'd come and stay with me and hang out with me and then go home. And it was scary because it was like downtown Ogden, but it was still like super cozy. I loved it. You guys came over.
It was cute.
We had Friendsgiving and all of that.
We did Christmas there.
Oh yeah, we
Our
did.
first Christmas.
Did we do
type
first
of
Christmas
thing.
there too?
We did gingerbread houses, and you guys said I cheated.
Yeah.
They say I cheated because I bought a pre-built gingerbread house, but I bought a gingerbread house.
I mean, I guess we really didn't talk about
Yeah.
it. But me and Brandon just assumed that we would all buy like just the graham crackers or like the gingerbread houses that you have to assemble. Yeah. But Nancy showed up with her pre-built one. We couldn't even get ours to stand, and she's almost done.
We had a lot of fun there.
Yeah, that was fun. And then we went and saw the Christmas
Yeah.
lights on 25th Street. So
That was a good time in that place.
I know.
There's so much memories there.
I miss that place. We did my sister's graduation little
Her little
sign.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun.
And our game nights
Oh my
are
gosh.
hilarious. We had game nights that were so fun.
Mm-hmm. Those are so fun.
So much memories.
So I was in that basement for a year, and then my sister graduated and she moved up with me, so I had to get a bigger space. So they had a 2-bedroom available in my same apartment, so we just moved upstairs into a 2-bedroom. And that was a nice place too. It wasn't too bad. Like, it was spacious. The only thing is it didn't have AC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, when I was downstairs, and I had moved, like, during the fall, too, so it was cold. Like, I didn't even get to experience, like, a real summer there either.
Oh, okay.
So I moved, like, during the fall, lived there. It was in the basement, too, so it wasn't really cold. I mean, hot. And the heater worked, so I was fine. And then I think, like, June or July, we moved upstairs, and that's when it got real hot. We were sweating every day. We were there for a year, and then we moved to another house, a house rental. And I love that house too, though.
That was her house that she almost bought.
Yeah, it's the house I almost bought for reals, because he had offered to let us buy it too. But the only thing was, at the end, he wanted a little bit more than we were expecting, so we changed our mind. And then we bought a house. So that's like 7 times of moving. Like,
I can't with you. I haven't even moved that many
I
times.
know. Hopefully this is going to last for like at least 10, 15 years. No more moving for
Yeah.
me, because I'm done too. My family's done moving me around too.
They're like, we're done helping you.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you're going to have to hire movers now.
I feel
So
like you have a good amount of space right now, though. So it's okay.
yeah, right now it's good. There's a lot of rooms and a lot of space, so it's nice.
Enough bathrooms, too.
Yeah, so it's not too much of a hassle.
It's okay.
So how much money did you guys save up for when you guys were moving? Because when I looked on Google, like they say that you should at least have $6,000 to $12,000 ready when you're like moving out.
Okay, so we were at that first apartment. I feel like we didn't really save money for that.
Oh, you guys just popped over, huh?
Yeah, because we were in a rush. Because when Robert moved down, my mom was like, Robert can move down, but I don't want you guys to stay too long. But I do eventually want you guys to move out. So then we kind of had that pressure of like, oh, we need to hurry up and move out. Because Robert moved down in January, and then we moved out by March, I believe. Oh, April. And then we were there for that time. We ended up, I'm pretty sure we saved money for the next place because my brother-in-law had moved down with us to live with us. We were there for a little bit before we decided to move out because we needed two bathrooms. Yeah.
Space.
Yeah, and then I think that second one moved to, the deposit wasn't a lot. That's like probably less than 500.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. And then like it was the rent between us wasn't a lot.
That's nice.
And we were there, so it was 3 of us, and then Robert's cousin decided to move down and live with us. So then that helped a little bit more. We were there for that place for like a year and a half, and that's where I was pregnant with Addison because I was pregnant right before we moved out of our first apartment.
Oh.
Then we moved to that second one. So we saved money, but we had enough people helping too.
Oh.
So we didn't really have to worry about saving a ton of money.
Oh,
But I think it was
that's
just when
nice.
we moved to the third place, which was a house. And that one was like $1,300 we had it up front. About $1,300.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
Yeah, because the rent was like about 13 as well. It was like 13 something. But it was an actual house, so it was nice.
Yeah,
and there
so
was
it was like worth it. And you had to have the money for it.
yeah, and it was like 4 of us. So that one was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and then an unfinished basement.
Oh.
That one, I loved that one.
I love that house.
I
too.
love that house. I tell Robert all the time, if that house is for sale, I'm gonna buy it. Even though the backyard was like
a hassle,
facing like a field.
Yeah,
I was like, it's okay, we can make it work. I loved being at that one, and then with this one up front was about, we had to save like $1,200. Was it $1,200? Yeah, $1,200.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So I mean, like, in a way, we saved money when we had people with us, but then at the same time, we kind of, I guess you say, it's still pay the same kind of with this new place. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because when I first moved out, I had like $5,000 to my name, so it wasn't too bad. But usually I would have that much just in case, like if I couldn't find a job or something like that, I'd have at least a couple $1,000s just so I had something to fall onto if I couldn't pay for rent or something like that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad money situation wise.
Yeah. Make sure you do save money though, because some places they do require it sucks. I feel like it sucks when you move to new places too, because some of them requires you to do that first deposit, which could be the same price as how much you're paying for rent.
First and last.
Yeah, first and last. And then there's those places where they only do like $300 to $500 for your deposit and then your rent. So it's not as much. Because with that house, we had to do the $1,300 plus the other $1,300 for the rent.
Goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys had a lot of you guys.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it was okay.
It wasn't too bad, huh? Yeah, because the house that we stayed at, he only asked for $200. So
See, that's so nice.
we just had to spend probably $40 each.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But yes. How did you feel about moving?
How did I feel? I was excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just ready to get out and do a whole bunch of stuff. But there's some stuff that I wasn't expecting when I moved out. I kind of wrote them down. I didn't expect to be so lonely.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think I would feel lonely, because I feel oh my gosh, I'm going to be living my life. I'm going to be doing all of this and all that. But I forgot that I'm kind of, introverted. So I didn't make any friends during college. I would talk to them, but I would never let them get any closer than that, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
I always had my guard up and be quiet. I wouldn't talk unless they talked to me, or, kind of stuff like that. So it was super lonely. I mean, it was nice because, Cheng and I talked every day, so of course I had someone to talk to. But other than that, it was always quiet. But what I really miss about living in my own place by myself is just having dinner by myself. It just being quiet. It's just me on the dinner table, just eating.
Girl.
Yeah, I miss that. And I would cook. I would cook some random stuff.
You only had to cook for yourself too, which is
yeah. So
nice.
if it was bad, I still eat it. It'd be fine, no one there to judge me or be I'm not gonna eat this because I'm not good, So
definitely save money.
yeah, for sure, that too. And I didn't expect to miss my family as much as I did, because I wasn't really attached to my siblings a lot, because I had a lot of friends growing up, so I hung out with mostly my friends.
Oh, okay.
And then I just have to drag my siblings with me because my mom wanted me to take them everywhere with me. So they'd hang out over here, but me and my friends would be over here. So I was always closer with my friends and doing all that. But once I moved away, I don't know what it was. It just instantly clicked to where oh my God, I miss my sisters, And they would send me videos and I would miss them, or they come visit me and I'd be so excited to see them and show them around and be their big sister. And back then they were still young and a little crazy, so they would dance in the middle of Walmart or at the mall. And I just love that, I feel I was already turning into their mom during that time, and I miss them a lot. I miss my mom a lot too, because she had doctor's appointments every month or every 2 months. So she'd come up and she'd go to her doctor appointment, and then she'd come down, and then me and her would go grocery shopping together.
Aww.
She'd buy pizza and we'd watch TV together and do those kind of stuff, and it was just really nice. And like I would always like cry when they leave because it's just me again, you know, like that empty feeling of being by yourself, you know, and they just leave. And I remember like back then when Fast 7, you know the song what is it called? When I See You Again, See You Again, huh?
See You Again.
Yeah, like literally they're driving me home, right? And that song plays and everybody's crying in the car.
Oh my gosh.
We're so dramatic. Oh my god. But I didn't expect to miss my family that much, you know. I thought I was this independent girl, gonna take on the world, whatever, but I did end up missing them a lot. What I also didn't expect was that my room wasn't gonna turn out how I wanted it to.
Why?
Because, girl, you broke, you know? Like, you want all this stuff. You're like, oh my god, I can't wait to have like my own house, my own room, and I can decorate everything so nice. But girl, it costs money to do all that, you know? Like to buy picture frames, to hang up stuff. You need tools, and you don't have tools when you move out either. So like you got to go buy that too, and it's just so. Yeah, just everybody who's moving out, lower your expectations. Unless you have money, you know?
It's true.
But for sure, I was just... Even now, like, I had all these ideas for my house. And still, like, it's half finished. Not even half, maybe, like, a fourth finished, so...
I feel like if you were a stranger to walk into your house, though, I would think it's complete.
Yeah, really?
I would think so.
Oh, no.
But you gotta think, like, you have your TV already, you have your stand, you have your couches, you have your dining tables...
It's like furnished.
Yeah, it's furnished.
So
it's just like the little stuff.
Just the little stuff that I see, I guess. So, the other thing was, like I said, anxiety when I'm shopping. At first I wasn't like I love going to the grocery shop and buy stuff for my house. And when I first moved into my first place, we didn't have internet.
Oh.
Yeah, I was so sad. So I went and bought a DVD player.
No internet the whole time?
For like a month, girl. I almost died. Yeah. I almost died. Like, so I bought a DVD player and I just like would rent movies from Redbox and I watch them by myself.
Oh.
I miss those days though. It was just me. I'd like put it on really, really low because I didn't want to bother my roommates. And just sit there and eat my dinner and watch it.
Oh.
It's so sad, but I enjoy those moments too, though.
I don't know, because now you're like, you have people in your house.
It's never quiet.
Yeah.
Another thing is how expensive everything was. You know, like you have all these ideas, things you want to do, but it's so expensive to do everything, especially when you have so much going on already. Because I was working at Walmart making like $800 every 2 weeks, but I had I had to pay for school. It was $500 a month, and then I had to pay for my car was $300, and then my rent was $300. So I was like broke. Yeah. And good thing I worked at Walmart. I worked in the deli area. So I would just eat food there. That would be my dinner. I would buy granola bars and noodles, eat it in the breakfast at school, and then I drive straight and go straight to work, and then I just have dinner there every night.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't know, I feel like there was always someone there to help me, you know, like it was always so nice because everywhere I've gone, I've always made a friend that's very caring or helpful. So I met a friend there, and she knew I was struggling, so like every night she'd just buy me stuff to eat and all of that.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so I thought that was nice. I still think of her once in a while. My car's named after her.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Aww.
It's Sherry. Because she's the color cherry. But she's a girl, so Sherry.
So guess my middle name.
Your middle name? Robert has a middle name?
Yeah, I told you the other day.
I thought it was the Hmong name, right?
Yeah, it is the Hmong.
His middle name is his Hmong name.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's Chur.
Chur?
Cherrr.
Chur.
Oh.
I was like, if you say it in English, it's Chur.
Oh.
But if you say it in Hmong, it's Joe.
Joe. Oh, okay.
The banana tree.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, sounds like banana.
But yes, Chur.
Oh, cool. And then the last thing I didn't expect from moving out is just the little things I took for granted when I was living with my parents, you know? Just like someone always taking the trash out. I had to take trash out to the street for once. I had to shovel the driveway because nobody was going to do it for me. Because one time it was snowing. It started snowing really hard, and my dad dropped me off, and he was like, make sure you shovel the driveway before like you drive out, okay? Next day, I don't shovel it. I'm running late to work, and I just go down my driveway, and my car starts, the tires spinning.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm by myself because my roommate's out and my car is stuck in the snow. And I'm like, I kill myself. So I didn't go to work. I called my uncle. He had a brother that lived in Payson, so that's only 10 minutes from Spanish Fork. He drove up and had to dig my car out of the freaking snow.
Oh my gosh.
And other things, it's just having someone to always cook for you.
Yep.
And
That one.
someone to clean after you if you're not going to clean after yourself, and, you know, or buy you food. Just those little stuff that you take for granted.
Yep.
But, I mean, now, of course, I can take care of myself and all of that. But I still really appreciate, even when I go home now, I don't do nothing there. My grandma still cooks for us. I mean, I'll wash dishes and I'll help sweep them off the house. But, like, if she's there, I usually just let her because I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
Something I grew up with. But, yeah. Did you have anything you didn't expect when you were moving out?
Being lonely. Well, because with our first apartment, Robert worked nights. And I would switch. I think because I was working at the day. I was working 2 jobs there. It was 2 jobs. I was doing daycare, and I was working at Arby's.
Oh, my God, girl.
And then finally I quit Arby's and just did the daycare. But my schedule was, like, different.
Yeah.
So it was lonely when Robert would be at work. And I would have to cook for myself.
Oh, my gosh.
I did miss the cooking. I still miss my mom's cooking.
Yeah,
I
me
tell her all
too.
the time, I'm like, I miss my mom's food. Yeah, being lonely. I didn't really ever have anybody visit me. Well, maybe my brother. But that wasn't often. It was only like if we were like hanging out drinking. But definitely that, because after having a kid, it changed.
Yeah.
So having people come visit me more often. You don't have to, but I'm just saying. Yes, having people come visit me. Definitely, like I said, having someone cook for me, clean for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, I probably went through so many different stuff, but it was hard because like I wasn't by myself. I had Robert.
So, how was being a, whatchamacallit, princess?
Yeah, princess.
It was great.
Having someone cook for you.
I'm still a princess.
Yes.
I'm trying to get out of it though. Because I'm like, I feel bad.
I would soak it in.
No, like I try to, at least like when I'm not working. Then I'm like, oh yeah, like I'll do this, I'll do that, whatever I can. With cooking, it's a little different because I don't like to cook. So
I'm sorry, the kitchen's my safe haven, so I tell her to get out.
yes, I can't even help him cook. Okay, I can't even
Really?
help him prep.
Oh.
Like, do you need help? No, just go sit down, watch your show. And I'm like, oh, okay then.
Oh, that's so nice.
Because you did the cooking.
Yeah, I asked Chang, and he's like, I'm like, can you just cook the meat? I mean, can you cut up the meat? And he was like, I guess. And he'll help me cut the meat and stuff. But no, most of the time I make him help me because I'm too tired. And like, I have a weak wrist. So cutting meat for a long time, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Well, the least thing I have Nancy do is just soak the rice.
Yeah, I would like do the dishes.
I wish Chang would do that. I'm like, I don't mind cooking as long as you do the dishes.
Yeah, but then I feel bad. That's why, like, whenever he cooks, I'll go do the dishes, or like he'll beat me to it. Sometimes, don't give me that look. Sometimes, majority of the time, he'll beat me to it, so he'll go do the dishes. So then I don't.
He's like, I waited long enough for it.
Yeah. So then I can't even do anything. So everybody's always like, "You're such a princess." I'm like, "Yeah, I am," but then, do I get a choice? No. But it's nice. Because, like, like, I feel like even, like, at my parents' house when I was living there, like, I had to help cook, even though I suck at cooking. I would have to cook dishes and all that. And then when Robert moved down, it was like, oh, it's okay, I got it. I'm like, okay, say less. I don't have to do it.
That's so nice, though.
But yeah, it was different because like, I always had him with every place I went. So I mean, like, I wasn't too lonely. Though the only time I was probably lonely was with that first apartment, was because of the night differential and all that.
Yeah.
But then like once his brother moved down, it wasn't as bad because I would remember like coming home late, and my brother-in-law would be like watching TV or whatever, and he'll be like, hey, like, there's food on the table if you're hungry, like, go ahead and eat. So then I wouldn't have to worry about cooking, which was very nice and sweet of him to do. Really. But like I would remember him like doing that because I would work so late, and at that time he was working at Ocean Mart. So like he was close by to where we were at too, so it would work out with him like coming home and cooking and all that.
Oh, that's nice, girl.
Yeah, but then I think with that second house, that one was, I feel like it wasn't bad, but that was when I had Addison. So I was pregnant. Girl. It was either I was pregnant that whole time and then I had Addison, so it wasn't like just me and Robert. It was me being pregnant and then having Addison and then having two other people in the house. So. And
they didn't let you lift a finger either during the whole time, huh?
Yeah, no. Robert's shaking his head no. And I'm thankful for them.
Yes.
But yeah, like with that one, it wasn't bad. It was just small because it literally was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. So, I mean, they were usually like in their room. So, like, if we were in the living room, it was just us. If we were on the dining table eating, it was just us. And then, like, they also worked, too. They worked, night shift as well with Robert. Because I remember Robert would be working out with them at the gym that we had there. So, we rarely ever saw them, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would be home with Addison because I had quit my job. And I was jobless for like 2 months. And that was like maybe like 2 months after I had Addison. I quit, was home for like 2-3 months, and then that's when I started at our workplace.
At our workplace?
Yes. And then, I mean, yeah, I was lonely with just Addison. But,
yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I was very lonely. But it was nice.
Did you have to cook for her too? Well,
no, she was a baby.
Just kidding.
She was a baby. What, Robert?
Yeah, you had to cook.
I had to cook, but she was a baby, so it was just like baby food or just milk. And I mean, I had to be the one waking up at night because I was like, well, I'm home, I'm not working. Why am I going to make Robert get up and do all that? So I really was like a stay-at-home mom for those couple months. And then with the house, also when Allison got bigger. So, I mean, with that house, it wasn't really lonely. By that time, Robert was working his shift that he's working right now.
So you guys were able to come home together and spend time together. No, I just remember cooking some weird stuff for myself. Because I didn't, my parents never, made me cook or anything.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, they're like Robert. They just kicked me out. You're in the way most of the time. So I was like, okay. So I just had to put everything what I thought seemed good together and just make it. Cheng thinks it's so weird. I used to buy the frozen chicken tenders that they have at Walmart or whatever. And I would just heat it up in the oven and eat it with rice. And he thinks it's the weirdest thing. He's like, that's such a weird combination.
I would do it.
I would do it too. Yeah.
Or even without rice, but yeah.
Or sometimes I try to recreate what I used to make back then. It don't taste right.
Like what?
It don't taste right.
Give me an example.
Yes, I would like an example.
I don't know. I can't remember what it is. I remember it was either pork or beef, and then I put white onion in it, and then some seasoning. I can't really remember what I put in it. But then I tried to recreate it or try to remember what I did to it, and it just don't taste the same and it don't taste right. So I'm maybe I was just hungry. But
so the that is a staple dish.
Mm-hmm.
So pork with onion, pretty much is coated in fat.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much good. Same thing for beef and onion.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And I used to buy like ground beef, and I would put broccoli in it, and then I'd put like a shit ton of hoisin sauce in it to make it sweet. Look at Robert.
Okay, now that's
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, I know Ching thinks it's all weird now, so I don't make any of those stuff no more.
What else is on your recipe of, being the first time?
I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I tried to buy like a lot of frozen stuff because I didn't have time to like eat, So I would buy like the already like the buffalo wings or like the barbecue wings. I would just throw them in the oven, eat it with rice, and that was it though. I don't really remember what else I tried because like everything else I cook is like too much for me now. Like it's gonna go to waste. So like I couldn't make myself ribs or like fried chicken. Oh, I miss that fried chicken. I would make sausages for myself. That's all for like my freshman year of college. That's all I ate was just sausage and rice and pepper.
This girl.
And every morning I had to go to the bathroom right before going to class because or I would not make it through.
Oh gosh.
But those times were rough. I'm glad I don't live like that no more.
Robert and I, we had a time in our first apartment. We were struggling. It was when Robert was jobless. It was tuna and crackers.
Oh, really?
I remember tuna and crackers for a bit.
Goodness.
Like, we were, like, looking for food everywhere. Robert would be like, we have tuna and we have crackers. That's what we're going to eat.
Dang.
Okay, that's what we're going to eat.
No, I remember I was struggling so hard. Like, my bills were just taking all my money away. And, like, my grandma called me, and I was just crying. I was like, I'm just starving. Like, I'm so hungry. And then I guess my grandma went and complained to my dad. And then my dad complained to my mom. And my mom calls me, and she's like, out of everybody you could call and cry to, you cry to your grandma, huh? And I'm like, yeah, sorry. And she's like, you cry to her and tell her that I don't feed you, I don't buy you any food, that you're dying up there. And I'm like, sorry.
You're like, but I am.
I was like, I am though. I was struggling, man.
It was hard. It's hard back then when you're barely getting paid enough too.
I just barely make enough to pay my bills, and then I'd have just barely enough to like buy food or groceries or gas, even at that. And gas wasn't even that bad back then either. Compared to right now, I'm like, I can't even imagine.
Because with that first apartment, Robert paid the rent. He paid like the internet and all that, and I was the one that was buying like the food or whatever, and still paying like our normal bills.
Yeah.
So then it's like once he lost that, he got laid off. It was like no,
you were struggling.
Yeah, and I barely was making a lot too.
Barely to make it by, huh?
So I think about it now, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, sometimes I think about it, I'm like, how did we survive during all of
hard.
that? Yeah.
But even now, I feel like even now with like places for rent,
oh my gosh,
it's expensive.
Yeah, it's so bad.
So expensive. And I'm pretty sure it's like a lot of places.
Yeah. No, everything just got bumped up.
I think one bedroom right now is probably like $1,200.
I'm so worried for like our kids, man.
I know.
Like I can't
It's
even.
be so much.
Like I told Cheng, I was like, in the future, dude, we're gonna be owning like $1 million houses because that's gonna be the new normal.
Yep.
That's crazy to me.
Yep. So I said, at least you got your foot in the door. You got your house.
Yeah.
That's
so
a good thing.
at least get some equity and then try to go from there. So that's the goal anyway.
Yes.
I wrote a couple tips on how to cope with moving. Number one is to make your new place feel like home. So just kind of have stuff like a teddy bear or a blanket that you used to wear at your house. And just so if it still feels like home, and if you miss your home, then it's something that you can hold on to, you know. Number two is to explore your surroundings, get comfortable, you know, walk around, see who's around, meet your neighbors, I don't know, or find a park that you feel like you're going to be going to every single day, just so it feels more normal than scary, I feel like
you moved further around than I did. Mine literally was like 5, 10, 15 minutes away.
Yeah, that's true too, though.
So you got to explore actually a lot more. see how all that felt.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, if you're moving to like a totally different area, then
go explore.
Go explore. Number 3 is to create your village. Just find your people, find friends, and make friends so you're comfortable, and it's easier to go to school. It's easier to go to work because it's hard when you're feeling uncomfortable and sad and lonely and you don't have anybody to hang out with.
Yeah.
And so just to have those connections to make you feel like, okay, like I can settle here, you know, for a little bit. Another one is think positive thoughts.
Always
Always remember the reason why you moved out. You're trying to do better for yourself. You're trying to build a better future for yourself. And just, with all of that. Number 5 is to stay connected with your loved ones. You know, it's nice to FaceTime them once in a while. And when you miss them, just call them. They're probably missing you too. My poor mom, I call her every day.
It's okay.
I was like, Mom, I don't know how to do this. You got to help me. But thankfully, she answered all my calls.
She's like, what's going on this time?
Literally. Another one is to go exploring and create new habits. So like I said, like just check your new surroundings, go hang out with friends, have new habits, like go to a gym or, like I said, go to a park and just kind of get comfortable. Another one is just make some homemade meals. So if you're missing a dish from your mom, you could have her send you the recipe or maybe try to remember it like me. I remember the first time I made pho for myself, it was so bad.
Yeah?
It was so bad because I didn't know what she put in it. So I just put water in it and some chicken bouillon, and girl, it was so bad. It was out of the world bad, and I made it for James. And it was a big pot too, and he was just like, "Yeah, this isn't good." But so if you have bad memory like me, call your mom.
Yes.
And the last one is just what I said earlier. It's just to remember why you're there. But yeah, those are my little tips to cope with moving.
Some tips I have a lot of tips.
That's okay.
Actually.
Share.
A lot of tips, a lot of hacks. Well, not really hacks, but just tips and then like essentials you'll need. So one of the tips I wrote was to color code or label your boxes when you're moving so you know like where to move everything. Because it helps. I feel like that helps a lot. I mean, some people say they don't. I was watching some videos and they're like saying don't color code because then people are going to be like, if you have other people helping you, they're going to be like, well, where does this go? Where does this one go? Yeah. So I just write in the boxes now. I don't even care. Yeah. I find used boxes that people try to get rid of on Facebook. That's what I was doing. Yeah, I did that. I mean, it helped a lot because I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's just used boxes. And if I need it later.
It does the job.
Yeah, it does its job. Like, I don't have to go find boxes and go buy boxes at the store that are like, you know. I mean, they're not a lot, but then it adds up with depending how many boxes you get. Or like how like with this new place we have, Robert bought totes.
Oh, okay.
Which we still use those totes, so it's okay.
They're useful.
So it works out. I wrote plastic wrap your dressers so you don't have to empty them.
I didn't know that.
You didn't?
No. I watched my YouTuber. She was moving out and she was saran wrapping her like computer desk, and I was like,
I'm too scared to do that with my dressers.
Yeah. I was like, does that really work?
Probably. I tape them though, but they're heavy with the clothes in, so that's why I take it out. Yeah. That's the only reason why.
I have a story.
What?
At my sister's wedding, I said in the speech, in my maid of honor speech, how Angie's helped me move a couple of times. There's when we were moving upstairs in my apartment when my sister moved in, we had to move my dresser upstairs. And I couldn't get the drawers to come out. And I was like, we're going to take it like this. And she's like, no, we're not. I'm like, yeah, we are. So clothes filled, drawers in. We took it up the stairs.
Oh my gosh.
And we were like pushing and pushing. And then we had to open the door to go outside. And there's this man that walked by. And he was like, do you guys need help? And I was like, no, we're okay. And Angie's like sweating. she stood there and she was like, I can't believe we're doing this. So we moved my freaking heavy freaking drawer,
Oh my
dresser,
God.
all the way upstairs into my room. And then after that, Chang was like, no, we're not moving it like this. And he took all the drawers out, but yeah. So please.
You crazy.
Yeah, I know. I was like, so please take out your drawers or your clothes at least.
I only do it if it's small, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm scared. Like with the one in Iro, because we have a tall IKEA one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, that thing was heavy even without the clothes.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, no, like I'm not gonna even try to saran wrap it with my clothes and stuff. But if it's small, then yes, definitely just saran wrap it and then move it. It's not as bad.
But I'm gonna have to try it. But then I'm like,
Just make sure it's small.
yeah, that too.
And then it doesn't have a lot of clothes. Another thing I do was I pack my clothes on the hanger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you do that?
Yeah, you put the garbage bag around them.
Oh, I don't do it with the garbage bag. I literally just stick it in the box.
Oh, yeah, I do that too.
Because I get scared that, like, if I have someone helping me and they don't realize that, like, it has clothes, they're going to throw it away.
Yeah, I didn't think that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
So I just put it in the box now.
Oh,
But
no, I
with the
just
hanger.
do the garbage bag and I just tie it around and the hangers are still sticking out, so I just take the hangers.
That's okay.
And then when I'm going to hang them, I put the hangers on and then I just take the garbage bag off.
I wish I had done this hack when I barely moved out because I took
No, you
everything
didn't.
off the
Oh my
hanger.
God.
Everything
I
off the
would've
hanger.
cried.
Yeah.
Sure, it's not scented bags.
Oh, yeah. and that. Yeah.
Why? Why? Because it smells weird or what?
No, because it just leaves that scent, girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
that clean garbage
'Cause,
smell.
Yes. Yes. I have so many.
That's okay.
I wrote Ziploc bags for small items and essentials. I still do that with everything because it helps. Make sure you have a packing schedule. So, like, you know, at least pack, like, every day or, like, have that days designated to pack. So you're not, like, packing all of last minute.
Yeah, because I did that with my last place in Spanish Fork. I did the last minute packing, and my grandma was so mad because they came up and they still had to help me pack
Oh
my
my
whole
gosh.
house. I had like 20 boxes for one person. Oh my god.
20 boxes?
Oh, like 10, but it felt like 20 because
was
there
like-
was so many. And my grandma was like, "Why do you have so much crap? You're one person." I'm like, "Sorry." So
Yes.
my last place, I was able to, like, every day, like you said, to kind of pack a little bit more each day. And then I would just be like, okay, today we're going to pack the living room. So we pack everything in the living room. And then I just leave the boxes there because I'm like, I know it's all packed here.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I did too. I'd be like, hey, we're going to hit this room. We're going to hit this room. When we moved, I think the last room that we packed was the bedroom.
Oh, really?
But then there was also the kitchen. Because I had to come back to go get everything in the fridge.
Oh.
Because I was scared that, like, you know, everything was going to go bad if, like, I moved it all too soon.
I freaking hate moving stuff. Like, like
in the
food.
fridge. Yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Do not go grocery shopping
Yeah,
before you move
don't do
too.
it.
Do not do it.
Eat everything in your
Yes.
fridge.
Yes.
Take everything out of your freezer and eat your food.
But yeah, because I remember I had to come back. I had to go back and grab stuff from the fridge. So I think that was like the complete last stuff, except for the stuff in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
But because it was like all the majority of our stuff that was in our garage went to our storage.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have to
So
really.
it wasn't like too
Yeah.
bad, but still. I wrote. Let me see. Use paper plates and utensils while you're moving, so you don't have to go digging for all that stuff while you're still trying to figure out where everything goes.
No, that's the worst is when you're like, oh, let's pack the kitchen, and then you have no plates for dinner.
Yep. I say paper plates all the time though, so it's okay.
I still think about it. I'm like, we should buy paper plates this month.
And then I wrote some essentials just when you're moving. The first one I wrote was clean bedding and pillows, cleaning supplies, toolkits and flashlight.
Yes, please.
Paper, writing utensil, tapes, and scissors just for those boxes. Your phone charger or Bluetooth speaker. Snacks and water, and just like a small overnight bag. So like, because I was watching another video where the lady was like, yeah, like I just use my suitcase and I put clothes that I'm gonna wear for that week while I'm moving, so I don't have to go back and dig through those boxes.
Yeah.
Like that's smart because I go back and dig through the boxes.
Me too.
Which is really bad. Because then I'm like, oh, then I gotta like tape it again and put it back and all that stuff.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
And like pack toilet paper too.
Yes.
And you do that in your new place, or you pack your toilet paper. Oh my god, that's the worst.
I'm like trying to think. I'm like, dang. No, it's true. You know, actually, my last place, I left the roll of toilet paper in there.
Me too. I was
just in case. Just in case.
You never know.
Yeah. I was like, should I take it? I was like, nah, I'll leave it. Cause because people are gonna come to work too.
Oh yeah.
And you never know. They're gonna have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Cause I remember.
Oh no.
When I was little, the house that my parents are at, I remember. I like slightly remember.
Okay.
But I remember going to tour the house with them. And I had to go use the bathroom. I remember telling my mom, like, I need to go use the bathroom. And she was like, okay, go use the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. There was no toilet paper.
Oh, my God.
And thankfully, I only had a piece. So it was okay.
She just put her underwear back on.
But
what can you do?
Ever since then, like, I always remember. That's, like, the first memory I have of that house.
Oh, really?
Because I had to go use the bathroom. And because at the time, we had gates on the stairs.
Oh.
So I remember having to, like, push the gate and then go to the bathroom. And I just remember there was no toilet paper. And I was like, shoot. How am I going to do this? Well, there you go. I got to put my underwear
Literally.
on.
That's always the worst.
Yeah. So ever since then, I'm like, maybe I'll just leave toilet paper just in case. Like, if they're going to toss it out, they can toss it out. Well, I was nice enough to leave toilet paper.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
Because I left mine too until like we were leaving, and then I'm taking my toilet paper.
It doesn't help if there's shortage too.
Yeah, that too. Thank God that's over with though. Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of essentials that you will need for a new place or house. A ton. I mean, you don't have to get all of it at the same time, but there is a lot. I wrote like curtains, definitely. Curtains, any lights, like lamps, chairs or sofa. If you can't with sofa, at least something to sit on.
Yeah.
Or like any like table, like even if it's a coffee table. I mean, that's what I use now.
Yeah.
It's my coffee table. Your TV, a clock. A wall clock, definitely.
I go insane now having a clock in my house.
I look.
Yeah,
even here, I'm like,
what's
the time? I'll be like, Addison, I'll be like, go get my phone. I need to know what time it is. Because we only have one clock in the living room.
Oh, only one. Well, I guess I only have one too.
But I'm like, I'm about to get one in the kitchen. I wrote cutting tools. Krystal. Cutting tools.
Yeah.
Plates and bowls.
Don't get dull knives.
No. Make sure they're good. Working ones.
Yes.
Do you still have dull knives?
Yep, but now I have a knife sharpener.
Okay, good.
With Krystal's first place, we had our It was Friendsgiving.
Yeah, it was.
And we had kapong.
It was like noodles.
Noodles with chicken.
Krystal had some dull ass knife.
Trying to cut the
chicken. Ooh. We were struggling.
That was a battle.
we were like, we're just gonna rip it.
There might be a finger in there, but it tasted amazing.
Yes. Dish soap and scrubber.
Yeah.
Definitely. Cutting board, trash can, trash bags, and then like a mattress. If you can't afford a mattress, at least do like an airbag or airbed. Because I know with your sister before she bought hers, she did
an
air mattress. Even that still helps. Your blankets or pillows. And then I wrote a mirror. A mirror.
Yeah, you don't think you really need one until like you don't have it.
Yeah. And I wrote shower curtain, towels, your toothbrush.
Please don't forget that.
Yes. And then just like little stuff like bottle opener, can opener, laundry baskets, washing machine, just like that. First aid kit, definitely. And a smoke detector. But I feel like most places should already have a smoke detector.
They should.
But just double check it.
I only have one thing to add to your list. It's Wi-Fi. Don't forget Wi-Fi, okay? You're going to be struggling looking for stuff and online ordering and all that. You need Wi-Fi.
That's how you do that Xfinity one where like you try to find other people's Wi-Fi. I know my sister did it for a bit.
No way.
Before she was able to get her Wi-Fi hooked up. Like, you know, there's sometimes where people have that Xfinity Wi-Fi where it's just like all you gotta do is like log into your account or whatever. Oh. Yeah, she did that for a bit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Until she was able to get her internet.
Because we tried it. It was all locked. We had no passwords to nothing.
No, it's like the free one.
Yeah, why? I'm like, I don't remember if there was a free one.
If there was anyone
or
like
if
that.
I didn't even try. I don't know.
No.
How to use my 4G, my poor phone.
Oh, gosh. But yes, there's a lot to moving. Just kind of like make a list, inventory list too. It'll help.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're moving. Yeah. But yes, that's all the tips, stories we have about moving. I didn't really have any hacks. I feel like
you had a lot of hacks.
More essentials.
More essentials than hacks. But I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a thing said, use your towels for all your fragile items. And I was like, I never really thought about that.
I haven't either.
Yeah. I usually just pack my towels away.
Girl, I put all my glass and stuff all together. Sometimes I wrap them in like garbage bags.
Yeah, I just do mine as garbage bags.
Throw them in.
But I was like, I feel like towels are better.
Yeah, probably
think
safer.
about it. Yeah, I didn't think
a little
about
bit
it.
more cushion.
Yes.
But yeah, this is just our experience moving into a first place or multiple places and essentials that you might need along the way. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening.
If you guys have any tips for us that we haven't said, let us know. I want to know.
Or at least let everybody else know, because hopefully we're not moving for the next couple years. Well, me anyway.
I don't think we're moving for a bit too.
So I have a few questions for you guys.
Oh.
Okay, so what are the few benefits of moving out of your parents' house?
Benefits?
You get that freedom away from your parents. Because I know with some people, they're like, oh, I want to get away. Like, I don't want to be under the roof with them anymore. I mean, because that kind of was like where I was at. In a way. Like, it wasn't bad to where I was like, I need to get out. But it was still like nice to get out and go explore somewhat living by myself.
You wanted that freedom.
Yeah. I didn't want to have to worry about them being like, oh, where are you going? Why are you home so late? Or, you know, this and that. Because, I mean, I was like 22, 23, and I still was getting questioned, where are you going? Where you at? Why are you home? What time will you be home?
Yeah, see, I didn't get to experience that because I was already out by 18. But for me, I think I was just eating whatever I wanted. I could buy an ice cream pack, you know, full of like 8 bars or whatever, and I could just eat 2 or 3 of them and not have to share with nobody. Because y'all already know I hate sharing. So I was able to, like, you know, just like eat whatever I wanted, do whatever I want, like go and see my boyfriend without getting yelled at or saying I'm wasting money and stuff like that. I actually get to like make my own decisions and not feel guilty. And also, like, they're away from me, so they're not judging me, so they don't know what I'm doing either. I like them to look at me like, oh, she moved out, she's so independent, you know. And, that's what was good about moving out of my parents' house.
So, what do you feel about people that still live with their parents now?
I mean, I understand the struggle.
Yeah.
Because it's really expensive now, too. And for me, like, now that I've, like, moved out a couple times and had to, like, pay for my own stuff, if my dad lived up here with me, I think I'd still be living with him. Just because my dad, he's never been super controlling either. He don't ask what I'm doing or where I'm going and stuff like that. So, like, we were, even as kids, we never asked to go out unless it was, like, on a trip or overnight. We would just be able to go out. And if we were like, hey, I need some money to go to the game, he'd just give us money. So we always had that freedom anyways. So
you're lucky.
Yeah. So I think my dad also, he knows that we're grown, so he doesn't really care too much either. It's our life, so he just lets us live it. So for me, I'd still live with my dad to save me some money. Like, I'm so jealous of my brother. that's living with him, he don't pay for nothing. You know, all he pays for is his car and his car insurance, his phone bill. But he don't have to pay for like the house or the water or anything like that. So
that's what I tell my brothers too. I'm like, milk it while you can because rent is expensive. And I'm like, parents aren't even charging you guys for rent. All you are paying is your normal bill. And here and there, like my mom would ask if, oh, hey, can you guys help me buy grocery? That's it.
that's nice though.
I'm like, yeah, you're saving a lot of money by living with your parents. But then at the same time, I'm like, you don't get to be that independent. You don't get to learn the normal responsibility when you're living by yourself or outside of your parents' house. But then at the same time, I feel like sometimes it doesn't make you grow.
That too.
If you're always living with them.
Yeah, because I feel like, of course, if you're trying to save money and you have a goal or like you're going to school, then I feel like I won't judge you for it. But like if you're just milking it for too long now and your parents are still taking care of you, then it's like,
it's a little harder.
yeah.
But I mean, like, I understand things are expensive right now too. So I mean, I wouldn't expect anybody to be moving out right now too. But still, it's like you're not gonna have that time to grow. You're not gonna have that time to learn to be independent and all that. But
So what's the perks of living with family and friends?
I've never lived with family. Oh no, my brother. I lived with my brother-in-law and Robert's cousin.
Oh,
So I mean, like, that was okay. It was just a little hard because I'm used to, like, with my family, when we eat, we cook a lot.
Oh, okay.
And everybody eats that food. But then when my brother-in-law and Robert's cousin moved down, we cooked our own food.
Oh.
We grocery shopped our own stuff. So
That's so
it
different.
threw me off because I was like, well, we're family. Like, wouldn't you want to cook together? Wouldn't you want to eat together type of thing? But no, because like I know people does it differently. So like for me, it felt like it was like a normal roommate.
Oh.
Which I was like, but I wasn't wanting a roommate. But
Yeah, you wanted family.
yeah, I wanted family because I was so used to that. Whereas
Yeah.
I know like probably for them, they were used to roommates. Where me, I'm like, well, I'm used to family.
Yeah.
And you guys
we
don't
should
do these
eat
things together.
Yeah.
So I mean, like there were the pros and the cons with that. But
No, I'm the same way. Like when my sister, she's like, "Oh, I'll cook for myself tonight." I'm like, "Why?" You know. But I understand. Like people are different, and like they don't want to spend that much money on groceries too. So they only buy what they need and what they want.
Yeah.
And they don't want to have to split it because it's always going to be a little uneven, anyways. But for me, I love it. Like with my siblings, it feels like we just get to hang out every single day, And we have like the same schedule too. So on the weekends, we just like chill and hang out and like drink or whatever we do together. So I thought that was really fun. When I was living with my roommate, it was fun at the beginning because like we had started off like really strong and all that. But then like once she changed her schedule, and then she also got a boyfriend. Like she was busy all the time, so most of the time I was by myself, anyways. So
it's nice though, because then you're close with your siblings. So it's okay.
yeah, no, my siblings were all super super close. So
See, yeah, like I mean, I'm somewhat you could say close to Robert's cousin and brother-in-law, but like we're not like brother sister close.
no, I still felt like they're boys too.
Yeah, and they're boys, so it's a
Yeah,
little harder.
It's a little different.
So I've never lived with any other girls except my daughter.
Yeah, because like if my brother lived here, I feel like we would never hang out.
Yeah,
too.
it'd be completely different.
Yeah, he'd hang out with Chang. They'd probably go fishing or something.
Yeah.
But like with me,
Yeah.
no.
Is he planning to move up too?
He wants to, but I don't know. He has a lot of responsibilities down there too.
Okay.
Like I said, he's living with my dad. So I think really he's just waiting for my dad to get married, and then then he'll be able to let go. And because right now he's like, because my dad, he goes out a lot and all that stuff, so my grandparents are home alone most of the time, so he's able to like cut the grass or take like firewood and put it into like the chimney and stuff like that, just to do labor stuff that my grandparents can't do anymore. So yeah, Because right now my dad, he's dating, so he's out all the time. So he's not always there to help them. And my grandparents are busybodies. Yeah. Every single day they're doing something. They got some kind of errands, you know. So, yeah, for now, yes, but no. So we'll see.
Then that'll be all your siblings.
Yeah, I know. Full house. My cousin calls it the frat house. So
she's not wrong.
Yeah,
she's not wrong.
So what is one thing that you would tell yourself when you barely move out of the house?
Save money before moving out.
That's a big one.
And then eventually save money for your house. Because I tell Robert all the time, why did we not think about saving money for our house? Mm-hmm. Like way back, you know? Like now it's like, oh yeah, we're saving money. But it's like, if I had thought about that before, if that was in my head, I probably would have had so much money saved up already.
Yeah. No,
but it wasn't a priority. I was like, nah, it's okay. Like, we'll get there.
Mm-hmm. No, I've always wanted to buy a house.
Yeah?
Yeah. When I hit 21, I was like, I want to buy a house.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it took me 4 years to actually build up the courage and do it.
It's okay.
Yeah, but for me, I probably just tell myself to believe in myself and to not be so scared. Because I feel like I have a lot of regret because I wasn't as outgoing as much as I wanted to be and doing a lot of stuff that I wanted to do. So just be daring, try it. Like I told my cousin, she's like, oh, they want me to go to this party and this party. They want me to be part of this. And I'm like, go do it, you know, put yourself out there and enjoy that time, you know. Don't just become a grown up immediately.
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely. Don't take it for granted with living with your parents.
Yep. Enjoy it.
Definitely enjoy it. Because I tell Robert, like before I used to be like, I miss my mom. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, she's probably like 5-10 minutes away, but I'm like, I miss my mom.
Yeah.
He's like, well, why don't you call her, tell her you miss her? No, I'm not going to do that. Why am I going to do that? So, I mean, like, don't take it for granted when, you know, you're living with your parents and all that. And all the things they do for you, too.
Yeah. And the things they still do for you to this day.
I don't think I really ever had a grocery shop when I was living with them.
Oh, no?
No, my mom bought it all.
Wow. That's so nice.
Grocery shop. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, when I was home, the only thing I would have to do was, like, my own laundry. I would have to help cook. I would have to help clean. Mm-hmm. But that was it. Just pay my bills. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I was living the life when I was living there, but am I gonna go back? No.
There's no way I'd go back. There's a reason why I left.
Yep.
But go visit your family.
Yes, definitely.
As you grow old, so do they. So don't waste time focusing just on yourself too, because time goes by fast. Look at us.
I know.
Gosh, moved 7 times already. So
it's okay. You learned from it though. That's
you figure it out.
Yeah. But yes, that's the end of our episode. We'll don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram. We're also on YouTube. We are also on Apple Music, Spotify, and Discord. And then we will soon be on TikTok.
Excited.
Yes.
This is Sincerely Bestie.
Bye.
Bye.